Man, I'm just kind of rambling right there, but you know what I'm saying? It's like we at a crossroads point. We at an inflection point, folks. I say we at an inflection point. Here we are in 2024, coming up on end of May. What is it? May 13th, the week of May 13th. Just had Mother's Day yesterday. Man, Mother's Day was very restful, actually. My wife, lovely wife, got to just chill in her dominion and in her domain and her little she shed, being one unto herself for a while. And while she was doing that, we all were doing the same thing in our own special way. And that was good, but that was kind of like the first part of the day. So what had happened was I got up and I made a good old breakfast. Now I usually make breakfast, sometimes make breakfast on the weekend. I don't have time, I'm unable to do it during the week, but on Saturdays and Sundays I cook a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And matter of fact, we have a cooking schedule at the crib. Even the kids got days they got to cook. Lovely wife got days she got to cook, and I got a day that I cook, or maybe sometimes 2 days, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, that morning, Mother's Day morning, I got up, I went in the kitchen, man. I made some I chopped up some jalapenos, tomatoes, spinach, and cilantro. Chopped that all up and sauteed it. And I scrambled me some eggs. I scrambled about 8 eggs. We got 4 folks. So I scrambled about 8 eggs, seasoned them up just perfect. And then right when they were still soft, just barely scrambled, I put all them herbs and spices and veggies in them. Sprinkled that in. Mix it all together, put some cheese on it. So then we had some bacon. I made bacon and sausage. Probably went overboard on that, to be honest, but hey, who don't like bacon and sausage? Anyway, man, cooked that good breakfast, gave us some special tea that we had bought when we was up in Cloudcroft, New Mexico, and gave us some breakfast. And now I say breakfast in bed but it ain't really like no big thing, because here we always do breakfast in bed. On the weekends, I frequently bring lovely wife breakfast in bed. And the days when she gets up before me, if she does, she'll bring me breakfast in bed, but I get up pretty early, so usually I'm the one that do the breakfast in bed. But it's Mother's Day. That's how it started off. So after that, we all just chilled, man. I worked on some projects, and she did her thing, and the kids did their thing, and then we had reservations at 5:00 today for Stella's, and we went over there to Stella's, man. That was nice. It was real laid back time. We had a good waiter, man. Probably supposed to say server or something like that. Our server name was Antonio, man. He was smooth, good looking, tall brother. What's up, Antonio? I'm a member. You say you be there frequently, man. We're gonna come through next time. We're gonna ask for you. You're like, yo, put us in Antonio area. Put us in Antonio, yeah. Tall fella with the honey brown hair, or whatever you had. Very, very interesting very cool young man, very good server. Anyway, we're gonna holler at you next time we come through. But so we went through Stella's, man, and lovely wife. Usually she always gets salmon. This time though, she tried something different, man. I think she got chicken marinara, something like that. Looked great. It tasted good. I had a little nibble. It was great. I had veal parmesan. It was alright. I wish I'd have got what she got, actually. Kids had some good stuff. We also had a big old charcuterie tray. I don't know if you ever been over to Stella's or Manhattan 9, but if you go, man, get that charcuterie tray. If you like charcuterie, that chick that girl you used to know back in high school, her name was Charcuterie. Y'all remember her? But anyway, if you like her, you like some of that charcuterie, Stella's or Manhattan 9 they got one of the best charcuterie boards I done had in a while. So anyway, we went over there and had our little entrees, man. Then we took a nice little Sunday drive, and it was very pleasant. You know what I'm saying? That's what we did for Mother's Day. For all them mothers out there, man, I want to say, we appreciate you. Due to the vicissitudes of recording dates, I couldn't speak to you on Mother's Day. However, speak to you the day after Mother's Day, or the week after Mother's Day, depending on when you actually peep out this golden auditory gem that we call the Focus LBK show. Yeah. Right. All right, y'all. What's good? This is Robert Jenkins from the Focus LBK show. Yeah. And we are back again. So please act like you know where to find us. Over there at focuslbk.show. That's right. .show. Because it's much more than a podcast. It's much more than articles. It's a multimedia presentation. You know what I'm saying? It's the Focus LBK show. Shout out to that brother Ricky Gaines. Ricky Gaines over there making it do what it do. Executing his mission to reduce recidivism. Yeah. Brother be putting on some good shows, man. He be putting on some real good shows. His stuff be it be emotional and informative and educational and inspirational. Let me adjust my gain a little bit. See how that sound. Yeah, but we just came from his little production. It was up at the Civic Center. It was called Building Resilience Summit, Domestic Violence. It was a series, you know what I'm saying? They did plenty of them. Building Resilience Summit Series 2024, Return to Citizens Association. This one was overcoming domestic violence and trauma. And man, I tell you, man, very emotional. Had some very good speakers. I think everybody came with their own brand of the truth and their own brand of fire, you know what I'm saying? And everybody put something down on it, in the immortal words of Millie Jackson. Put something down on it. Have y'all heard that? Well, if you haven't, you need to peep it out. But before you do that, let me finish telling you about this Building Resilience Summit, man. We went up there and we actually provided coverage for it as far as videotaping it and everything. And I say taping it, filming it. And every time we do this brother's presentations and series, man, we come up with something we didn't know before. We come up with a feeling like we want to move and groove and get out there and have a mission about what we doing. You know what I'm saying? He's very inspirational. Anyway, we had a good time this Saturday, the 11th, May 11th, up there at the Civic Center. Yeah. You know what, folks? Let me get into what's going on. We've been kind of just talking, but guess what, man? This is a show and we do have a format. However, some of the things that we kind of wanted to mention, what's going on, what's coming up. You got the Spring Bookstore, May 17th and 18th, coming up at the Mahon Public Library, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. The Spring Bookstore, May 17th to the 18th. Basically, you can go shop for books. I'm gonna probably go there, man. I used to love going to book sales. I used to go to all the time, the ones in San Antonio, over there off base a little piece. The library right there, a little branch library. Anyway, Spring Bookstore, presented by Friends of the Lubbock Public Library. Coming up May 17th, that's 9 a.m. to 2. However, moving on to some other things. Talking about Juneteenth. Month of June is a big thing coming up. And hey, just to let y'all know, we gonna be taking some pictures. And I should say it the real way. We don't take pictures, we make pictures. We're gonna be making some pictures. We're gonna have a special photography session out there. It's probably gonna be the location is to be announced. However, stay tuned because we're gonna get something out real to you real quick. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take themed artistic photographs during Juneteenth. Maybe one day, maybe 2 days, I don't know. Definitely we're gonna swing one Just got to get it arranged here. But this is something we wanted to do last year, actually. Put on exclusive photography sessions and take some photos in the way that we take photos. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of good photographers out there, and we one of them. But we don't do what everybody do. We take pictures our way. We like that song. You say we ain't gonna play jazz the American way. I'm gonna take pictures the regular old way. We want to take pictures our way. Try to make something special, man. So anyway, stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for Moon Mind Productions doing a special stylized photography session. Yeah. That's what it is. I just thought that up and dreamed that up right out of my soul onto this microphone. But it's going to be a lot of stuff going on during Juneteenth. That time frame. For example, the Edge Theater is going to be doing a Juneteenth encore production of Katori Hall's The Mountaintop. This drama about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And the performances are going to be on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, June 13th, 14th, and 15th at 7:30 p.m. at the First UU. I don't know what that is. The First UU, 2801 42nd Street in Lubbock. And it's put on by Mrs. Stephanie Johnson and the Edge Theater. Now, they got another little weird thing going on. Well, I get to that later. Let me get to the meat of the Juneteenth stuff. I just found this flyer on Facebook, y'all, man. Y'all can go peep it out, but I'm a read it to you real quick because maybe I can save you some time. It say Juneteenth, Saturday Juneteenth. They're gonna have a plethora of things going on, including Saturday, June 8th, the pre-Father's Day book tasting brunch. Sunday, June 9th. Dang, they starting early. Sunday, June 9th, Savoring Success Juneteenth lunch over at Broadway Fish and More, and it's gonna be at 2 p.m. Then on Monday, June 10th, the official celebration, the kickoff press and media day, 1:30 to 3:30 at Patterson Library. Tuesday, June 11th, Juneteenth Kids and Teen Glow in the Dark Party, 5 to 8 at Patterson Library. Patterson Library also on the 13th is going to be doing the Juneteenth open mic night. Dang, we're going to have to see if we can roll up in that can. Y'all know I like me some open mic. Friday, June 14th, they're going to have the Juneteenth Paint Soiree, 6 to 9 p.m. at the Cavill Museum. On Saturday, June 15th, Senior Breakfast, 8 to 9 at May Simmons, 8 to 9:30. Juneteenth Parade, 10 o'clock. Freedom Fest, 11:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Mackenzie Park. Saturday, or should I say Sunday, June 16th, Father's Day Paint and Sippy, 5 to 7:30 at Cavill. Monday, June 17th, Juneteenth Jamboree. Game night. I think that's the one I'm going to be in. I'm going to bust somebody's head in some kind of games. I read them games off last time. Not like spades. I'm talking about like any kind of Trivial Pursuit. Shoot. Ha ha. Bring it. Y'all don't want none. Or maybe y'all do. Or maybe you just think you do. Yeah, that's going to be that game night. Monday, June 17th. Juneteenth Jamboree game night, 5:30 to 8 at Patterson Library. And finally, as of now, Wednesday, June 19th, they're going to have Juneteenth at Ella, the East Lubbock Art House, 5 to 8 on June 19th. And as I say, we going to be doing something, a little something. We don't know just yet what it's going to be, but it's going to be some kind of photography in the way we do special stylized photography sessions. All right, y'all. Y'all stay tuned. There's still a lot of stuff going on. Remember, I was going to tell you about that Edgar Allan Poe stuff. So they got an Edgar Allan Poe speakeasy in Lubbock. It says here, join us, Lubbock, for a hauntingly good time and enjoy our specialty cocktails inspired by Poe's macabre works. Okay. That's gonna be, I'm trying to blow this up and see what I see. Look like it's gonna be on the 23rd and 24th and 25th. Hold on a second. Let's make it a little bigger. Y'all know my eyes ain't what they used to be. Uh-oh, it won't get no bigger. It don't wanna. Hold on. I can't expand. Can I grow? Can I expand? It say, oh, I know what we can do. We can just hit the plus sign. Maybe. Nope. Well, that ain't working. And that's unfortunate, my friends, because I had all the information I needed right here. Look, okay, hold on a second. There we go. Nah. Oh, yeah. The Edgar Allan Poe Speakeasy in Lubbock. It says, I ain't going to run through it all because it's quite a bit, but it says the Edgar Allan Poe Speakeasy is a chilling cocktail experience in Lubbock that brings 4 of his stories off the page and onto the stage as told through the Poe historians while pairing them with 4 classic cocktails. So basically, you're going to go get to listen to 4 Edgar Allan Poe tales and get 4 super special cocktails. Look like it's $55 for general admission. And yeah, tell you what, just click on the click on this article on this little cutout right here, this picture of the flyer, and that'll take you right to where you need to go. Yeah, I think that's the way we're gonna do that. All right, y'all, you know what, today, this weekend, actually, I kind of hit a, oh man, it's an inflection point. I hit an inflection point because for years I've been trying to figure out what my mission is and what I'm supposed to do, and I'm trying to build up skills and become good at things in preparation for my journey, for my mission to execute what I'm supposed to do. And I always have felt like I didn't know what I was supposed to do. I was doing all this preparation and waiting. People used to always tell me, wait on God. He'll show you what to do. Well, he ain't showed me what to do. It was like 20 years, 25 years. You know what I'm saying? While I was building up skills and trying to practice and trying to be ready and trying to stay woke. Stay woke. And I don't mean woke in the sense of Ibram X. Kendi. I ain't catch like that. I'm talking about woke, what we used to call conscious. Able to see real life. Able to see what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? Stay woke. But the thing was, I never did know what my mission was. However, I just hit an inflection point this weekend. That's what this is called, inflection points. I hit an inflection point this weekend where I realized, what do I want to do? Do I want to be an artist? Because see, this is where I was never able to understand my mission. Do I want to be an artist, or do I want to be an entrepreneur? In other words, there's a difference. The difference is, as an entrepreneur, you take your skills to make money by solving people's problems. But I say art is different from that. It's like trying to make magic, because you go to the spirit realm in art and you bring back works and pieces that you found over there in the spirit realm. You bring them back to the real world. That's doing magic. That's the difference between art and entrepreneurship. Art, you trying to bring magic back from the other side and produce it in the real world. Being an entrepreneur, man, you trying to take some of them same skills, but you ain't finna make no work of art for yourself. You finna solve somebody's problem with it. Whether that be taking pictures or welding or fixing cars, you know what I'm saying? That's your art form, man. Everything that humans do well is art, I would say. That's what I'm just thinking. Is that the definition of art? Is that my definition of art, is doing everything that humans do well in your own special way? Is that art? I think that might be the definition of art. Doing the things that only humans can do as well as you can do them in your area of giftedness. Yeah. So anyway, the inflection point I hit this weekend. Matter of fact, I think it was Saturday the 11th. Saturday the 11th. I think it was Saturday. Might have been Friday. Anyway, I hit an inflection point, and it was like, I finally realized, what do I want to do? What is my mission? What avenue should I take to accomplish my mission? That's really what I realized. Is it an artist or an entrepreneur? And I think it's an artist. Am I super concerned about making money? Or do I want to produce those items, those things that artists produce, that only artists can produce? See, art, you got to have time to do it, and you got to have a space to do it in. Now, don't get me wrong. Y'all know I'm a hustler. I like to hustle a little bit. So yeah, I'm a still take pictures. I'm a still do well, what it is event videography and event photography is what I'm gonna start doing. I do a little bit of that from time to time, but what I'm really gonna be doing is working on my art. I'm gonna keep working on the Focus LBK show because this is part of my mission. However, I'm also going to focus more and more on bringing beautiful things into the world from the spirit realm, doing that magic. That's what it's an inflection point that we hit this weekend, and that's huge because that tells me what my next steps are gonna be. You know what I'm saying? That tells me what my next steps should be, what the journey should look like. You need to make a little bit of money to keep yourself able to make art, but other than that, you just need to make art. Being an entrepreneur, you don't necessarily make art. You use the talents that give you the ability to make art, but instead you solve other people's problems with them. Yeah, I think that's where we at. We heading up on 26 minutes, man, but or 21 minutes at this point. But you know, it's inflection points. I wanted to read y'all this. I still haven't read you this. This is I'm reading a book right now called The Creative Act, A Way of Being by Rick Rubin. I say The Creative Act, A Way of Being by Rick Rubin. It's a book I'm reading right now. And I be reading like 20 books at once, but sometimes I get into one, sometimes I alternate days and read different books, whatever. Anyway, here's a quote from that book by Rick Rubin, The Creative Act, that I really wanted to share it with y'all. It say, maybe this helped make me, I don't know if this helped me make my decision or if this got me thinking about stuff and helped, and then I made my decision. I don't know. But it says our calling is to make beautiful works to the best of our ability. Sometimes they will be applauded or rewarded, and sometimes not. If we second guess our inner knowing to attempt to predict what others may like, our best work will never appear. I say our calling is to make beautiful works to the best of our ability, and sometimes they will be applauded or rewarded, sometimes not. And if we second guess our inner knowing in an attempt to predict what others may like, then our best work it says our best work will never appear. In other words, if you try to do what people want you to do, you're not on your mission, and your art is not going to manifest right. And the way you got to make your art manifest right by being properly on the mission is to be yourself. You got to expose yourself to the world. You got to give yourself to the world in order to really produce that art that you want to get to. That art you want to get to. What is art? It is, to me, it's a magical process whereby somebody brings something out of the spirit world and brings it into the real world. That might be making a meal. That meal wasn't there before, and then all of a sudden you start doing what you start doing, and next thing you know, you got a meal. It could be making music. That music did not exist before, and then the next thing you know, you start doing what you do, and this song came up, or this beat. It might be writing poetry. It might be freaking doing engineering equations to build new types of pipe, to put on sewers, to make them blah, blah, blah. Yet it don't matter. We all have gifts. And when we take our gift when we take our gift and use it to the best of our ability to make beautiful works, that is our mission. That's my mission. I can't say that's our mission. I don't even know you. But if you're looking for a mission, that's a good thought to have. Trying to find your mission. Sometimes the things you do, they might be applauded or they might be rewarded, but sometimes they won't. But you know what? That don't matter at all. It don't matter how many likes you get. It don't matter how many reads you get. It don't matter how many views you get. Thumbs up and thumbs down. None of that affects the fact that you still execute your mission. And if we second guess our inner knowing, trying to figure out what other folks gonna like, you ain't gonna never produce the best thing that you can produce. You know why? Because only you can be you. And remember, your art is that thing that you can do. We ain't talking about nobody else. We're talking about you. You. Right there. You. That thing that only you can do, work on it and do it as good as you can do it. Because that is your magic power. That's the thing that make you special. That's the thing that makes you interesting. Don't nobody care about your gender and your sexuality and your color. Not no real people. Anybody care about that is shallow and superficial and surface level. Look at what they care about. They care about your literal skin color. Can you get any more surface level than that? Is anybody out there much deeper than their skin level would imply? I know I am. I'm deep than a mug. Or maybe just weird, I don't know. But the point is, I'm me. And when I do those things I do, that's my art. Taking them pictures. Heck, making that music, making them videos, doing the things I do. So that's what I want to do. That is the inflection point that I've reached. I want to take what I can do and try to be of service in some way with that. I don't know how. How is taking a portrait being of service? I don't know. But I know one thing. It's men and women, human beings, are much more than just material, the outside, the body, the surface, the superficial, the skin, the color, the hair. You can't assign blame or guilt, or you can't bestow gifts or rewards on people just because of surface level things. Anybody do that for any reason whatsoever they want to do it, that's racism. And that's why I say I can't really get down with that DEI. Yeah. But anyway, I know y'all got a work week ahead of you, and I want to say peace and blessings, and hope that y'all and pray that y'all can proceed through the week doing what you got to do the way you got to do it. Yeah. Hope you have the strength, the intelligence, the wisdom, the resilience to make it through this week. Y'all keep on keeping on. This is Robert Jenkins. This has been the Focus LBK Show, episode 36. Enjoy. Take care. And peace.